Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will review the new Marvel's film and of course we will also take a look at Tiger 3. Let's start with Tiger 3 first. Tiger is back with the third installment and is now a part of the Yash Raj Spyverse. Tiger had reasonably humble beginnings with Ek Tha Tiger in 2012, followed by a sequel in 2017. The first film had some novelty because not a lot was expected of it. Also, the idea of a raw agent from India and an ISI agent from Pakistan joining hands was an idea that worked very well. But there is only so much of raw and ISI and double and triple crossing that one can take. That cow has been milked enough and has little to offer now. Joining the Spyverse earlier was Shah Rukh Khan's Pathaan. If Salman Khan's cameo was the best thing about Pathaan, Pathaan's cameo comes close to being the best thing about Tiger 3. There is a lot of action in Tiger 3 but without a single memorable sequence. Tiger even does a Tom Cruise by jumping off a cliff on a bike, but this scene is lame with a capital L. Action scenes need a build-up and a certain suspension of disbelief in the execution. Here, you know beforehand that even if 20 tankers roll over him and even if an atomic bomb detonates in his mouth, Tiger will survive. It is all that casual. Hence, the repartee between Pathaan and Tiger is more fun than the action, and this whole sequence includes a tribute to Sholay which was released back in 1975. Clocking over 150 minutes, Avinash, also known as Tiger, played by Salman Khan, has too many things on his plate this time. His wife, Zoya, may be double-crossing him, their son is held hostage, Tiger is declared a traitor, and above all, he has to also save democracy in Pakistan. The one thing that the Spyverse deserves credit for is not to demonize the neighboring nations. Sure, the villains are from there, but the general message is always about peace and harmony, unlike some other films these days. There are multiple flashbacks in this film, starting with Zoya's origins and how she became involved with ISI at a relatively young age. It helped that her father, who was an agent himself, kept sharing all secrets with her. So much for being a spy. Now there's one Atish Rahman, played by Emraan Hashmi, who inducts her in the agency, but he has an agenda of his own. A cut to the present day, Pakistan has a homegrown enemy in the form of Atish, who with the help of the army chief wants to topple the government and become the Wazir-e-Azam, that's the Prime Minister. Before that, there is some action in St. Petersburg, in Turkey and other parts of the globe. Zoya also joins Tiger in the fight with a towel showdown involving a Chinese agent in a hammam, which is a bath, in Turkey. The fight is for a briefcase which has the PAL codes. Now PAL stands for Permissive Actionable Codes. Now these codes can be used to launch an attack with the submarine that Pakistan has just procured from China. After all the fighting, Zoya hands over the briefcase to Atish and he gleefully takes it without checking. She could have ordered it from Amazon and given it to him, saving everyone so much trouble. The climax takes place in the Pakistani Prime Minister's palatial residence where Tiger sneaks in as a cook and ends up in the bunker. But he manages to save democracy in Pakistan and in return, the Pakistani Prime Minister gets a bunch of students to play an instrumental version of our national anthem. The post-credit scene has another action hero from the Spyverse who has to tackle another deadly enemy that wants to target India. Much like this film, that scene is also a yawn. The franchise will have to get innovative in terms of the story. The bandwidth is pretty much limited at the moment. If John Abraham went rogue in Pathaan, it is Emraan Hashmi in this film Tiger 3. On the acting front, Salman Khan sleepwalks through his role. Whether it is emotion or action or comedy, the look on his face remains the same. All said and seen, Tiger 3 is a snooze fest and I'm going to go with 2 out of 5 stars for this new Salman Khan film. And now let's take a look at the new film from MCU called The Marvels. Not sure about others, but the break from Marvel movies felt good. There was some hope that there might be a resurrection of sorts, but alas, that is not to be. You can tell that it is not just the audience that is feeling the fatigue, but the studio as well is just going through the motions of stringing films together. After all, it's all about money, honey, as they say. But the good things first. The latest Marvel offering, called The Marvels, is one of the shortest MCU films, which clocks over 105 minutes only. The bad news is that even that feels too long. It looks like a film that was made during the writer's strike and as if the directors were also on strike at the same time. With every passing film, the complexities are getting bigger in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the 33rd film with 12 more in the pipeline, and add to it, there are 12 web series as well. If you're not an MCU fan, you will need an encyclopedia to figure out the connections. And even if you do figure it out, there won't be a feeling of exhilaration, not even remotely. With all the characters, the best that the studio can do is pull in a character from here and there and make a mishmash. The end credit scene is proof of that. But bringing these different characters is just clever marketing and appeals to the fanboys. It doesn't constitute smart filmmaking. The Marvels is closer to a Star Wars film in terms of its setup here, and anything that involves space, galaxy and universe will always remind us of a Star Wars film. The story here revolves around a bangle-like thingy that is powerful enough to alter the universe. In a galaxy far away, one bangle is with the villain Dar-Benn, played by Zawe Ashton, from Kree, who looks as harmless as a teddy bear. But she is out there to avenge the injustice done to her people and doesn't mind doing injustice to other people in that process. Dar-Benn uses the bangle to create jump points, which in turn can cause instability and can endanger the universe. The other bangle is with Kamala Khan, also known as Miss Marvel, played by Iman Vellani. In case you're wondering who is she and what has she got to do with the MCU, you'll have to watch the web series because this is her first full-fledged film. Coming to the bangle, Miss Marvel can harness cosmic energy and create glowing constructs out of hard light. And this is just the beginning of all the mumbo-jumbo in the film. The Kree leader also has a thing against Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, and Captain Marvel, of course, is known as Carol Danvers, who is not just all-powerful, but she is there at the drop of a hat whenever Nick Fury, played by Samuel Jackson, or anyone else needs her help. This leaves us with Monica Rambeau, played by Teyonah Parris, the daughter of Captain Marvel's bestie, who makes a brief appearance. Monica now has the ability to manipulate all wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum, which basically means she has superpowers. This all-women trio then has to take on the lady villain and save the day. The power of the trio gets entangled, which means they can switch places in the blink of an eye. So if Captain Marvel is fighting the evil ones in a galaxy far away, Miss Marvel can take her place just like that. Even Richard Feynman would have to study quantum behavior after watching these modern-day Marvel films. It is not important to understand the motivations of the characters or even the characters themselves. You just have to try and go with the flow. I did try, but it didn't come easy. The action is purely mechanical. You have seen it in the 32 Marvel films before. Take the scene, for instance, where Monica saves Kamala while she's falling from the sky. There is zero build-up to that scene, and apart from contributing a couple of minutes to the runtime, that scene does nothing. The positive element in the film is the chemistry between the three ladies and the character of Kamala Khan, which Iman Vellani pulls off in style. There is the odd moment involving cats, and that makes you chuckle, but beyond that, there isn't much to write home about in the Marvels. I'm going to go with 2.5 out of 5 stars for the new Marvels film. Well, that's what I thought of the films that were released this week. Do let us know what you think, and I'll be back with you with more reviews next week. Till then, it's goodbye from me.
आज गोंयांत डिझेलाच्या धुंवराक लागून कितलेशेच प्रदूषण वाडलां. हवेन वाडलेल्या कार्बनाक लागून लोकांक श्वास घेवपाक त्रास जाता. अरे डिस्टर्ब करू नाका रे, राव मातसो. जशे व्हडल्या व्हडल्या शहरांनी प्रदूषणाचो लेवल वाडला तशी दुयेंसांय वाडल्या. अशीच परिस्थिती आमच्या गोंयांतूय येतली काय असो सगळ्यांक भंय पडला.
अरे बस येता.
अरे बस येतली जाल्यार गोंग 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 करून आवाज करतली, पेरे 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 करून हॉर्न मारतली. कळ्ळें मरे? हे कितें रे? आवाज ना तो ना, मरय ना. कसलो चमत्कार.
चमत्कार न्ही, गोंय सरकार पोल्युशन फ्री इको फ्रेंडली इलेक्ट्रिक बसीस धांवतात गोंयच्या रस्त्यार.
कदंबा ट्रान्सपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशनाच्यो ई बसीस विथ फुल्ली एअर कंडिशन, 40 सिटिंग कॅपॅसिटी, USB सॉकेट्स, रिजनरेटिव्ह ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम आणि प्रवाशांच्या सुरक्षे खातीर एमर्जन्सी बटन.
कदंबा बसी आमकां जितल्यो फॅसिलिटीज दितात तितल्योच फॅसिलिटीज माझी बस ह्या स्किमी अंतर्गत जवळ जवळ 25 प्रायव्हेट बसी आमकां दितात. म्हणजे स्टुडंट्सांक कन्सेशन, सिनियर सिटीजन्सांक कन्सेशन आणि कॅन्सर पेशंट्सांक फ्री ट्रॅव्हल. इतलेंच न्ही, प्रायव्हेट बस ओनराक सुद्दां ह्या स्किमींतल्यान खूब आदार मेळटा. आ करून कितें पळयता, आतां उलय.
आता किती उलो भिवपाची सोड, आता उलोवपाची गरज ना.
शुद्ध श्वास, आरोग्यदायी प्रवास, आरोग्याची हमी गोंय सरकार पडचो ना खंयच कमी.